Welcome back. A group of volunteers from Germany are in Israel volunteering, working with disabled people in a special rehabilitation village. These volunteers also teamed up with the March of Life organization for a special project distributing greeting cards and flower pots made by people to Holocaust survivors. And with us now is one of these volunteers who has spent the last few months working and volunteering in Israel, Anna Suzette Pfeiffer. Anna, thank you so much for being with me. Anna or Anna Suzette? Anna Suzette. Yeah. So you've been in Israel now already for a few months. Yeah. What has this experience been like for you? What has it taught you?
Wow, it was a crazy experience because I came when the lockdown was still in Israel. So it was completely different to get to know the country in a different way because I have been in Israel for many times. Until now, it was a great experience. That I was allowed to do it is for me a miracle.
Yeah, yeah. When you came, it was lockdown 2. Now we're in lockdown 3. It's a really difficult time.
Yeah, it is.
Tell me about the work that you're doing with these Israeli boys and girls and adults. Why is this important work for you?
Yeah, so I work in Adi Negev in the daily childcare, and the children are aged from 1 to 3, and I do normal tasks like changing the diapers, preparing the food, playing with them, or supporting the therapist. But I have such a deep connection to the children because nearby my hometown in Germany, there was a place where children, thousands of children and adults with disabilities have been killed before the war even started. So my country had this ideology that went against weakness and diversity. And for me as a German, it is so special that I can support those who have
the eugenics program, that those who were disabled or physically weak, they were considered expendable. They were euthanized.
Yeah, exactly.
So for you to do this work as a German here in Israel, what does that mean for you?
It means to me a lot because actually I can't make the past invaluable, but I can coin the future. And with the service, I want to give a sign for hope and that a different future is possible.
In addition to the work at Adi Negev, there's also a connection to the March of Life.
Exactly.
Tell us about that.
So what the March of Life makes that special is the personal research about their own family history. So I did it with my parents, and I know a lot about my great-grandfathers. They were all Nazis, and they all supported actively the ideology that went against Jews, but also things like weakness and diversity. And so it is important to do the personal researches, but also to make a sign actively. That could be marches. There are marches all over the world that shows we are supporting Israel. We set a sign, but also the volunteer service is something like that.
I want to ask a difficult question. I mean, as a young woman, for you, you know your family history. Yeah. You know their involvement in Nazism and how do you feel about that? Do you? I mean, these are your relatives, and this is part of still in living memory. Yeah. How do you come to terms with this part of your family?
So because I'm the 4th generation, I didn't know them by person, but of course there's a feeling of shame and guilt because you know your great-grandfathers, your family did something horrible and killed people, raped people, and many other things that were horrible. So for me, of course, there's a feeling of guilt and shame, but also this motivates me and encourages me to do something like that and to do good things, to support and to help, to do the opposite of what my family did in the past.
Well, this is incredible work that you're doing, very important work. I know very meaningful. Yeah. You plan to be here several more months, and I'm sure you plan on coming back many more times.
Of course, of course.
Well, congratulations on being here and the success in this volunteering effort. Anna Suzette, thank you so much for being with us and talking with us on the Zoom In show.
Thank you.